which is absolutely a buzz, is Reliance Industries. It's under pressure post Q1 with the O2C as well as the retail segments being pain points. My colleague Sajeet Manghat joining us with an analysis. Sajeet, positive triggers missing.
That's right. We saw the Reliance price fall intraday, and the fall has been the largest since April 2025, and that's coming on the back of the earnings, which were muted in nature. Especially the net profit was boosted by the sale of Asian Paints shares. Reliance got around 9,000 crores, so that saw that coming into the net profit of the company, and EBITDA was below estimate, and that was primarily because of weak performance coming from oil to chemical and the retail segment. The retail revenue and EBITDA saw the biggest sequential drop in the last 5 quarters, and O2C was impacted by the shutdowns and inventory losses there. On the telecom front, we saw Jio doing a little better, but the ARPUs were slightly higher on a quarter-to-quarter basis there. If you look at the management commentary, the management has been focusing on implementation of the new energy segment. They're looking at on track to commission the gigafactories over the next 4 to 6 quarters. Reliance is looking at financial investors and those partners who can offtake the new energy, and it also is looking at a self-funded platform for new energy in the next couple of years. If you look at what some of the brokerages are saying, Citi has been saying that the first quarter performance may not be meaningful, and it's not different from it doesn't change the consensus estimate for Reliance for FY26. It also says that Q2 should be better, and that's supported by retail and come back from oil to chemical segment. It also says that the focus is now shifting towards the AGM, which is expected in August for Reliance, and any triggers that may come in as part of the AGM, which is the street expectation of Reliance retail or Jio coming out with an IPO or a listing going forward there. So Macquarie, on the other hand, has been saying that the entire performance has been optically beat, and that's on the back of Asian Paints investment sale. And Jio was a beat, retail was a lackluster, while O2C is improving gradually. That's what it says. The recent Reliance price has already run up since March, and that leaves little room for Reliance going forward, and that's what we are seeing in the price also, because we have seen around 3.5% fall in Reliance Industries shares there. They maintain outperform with a target price of 1,500. If you look at some of the valuation which Reliance is currently trading at, it's basically trading as 12 times forward PE of 23 times versus the 5-year average of 21. So it's a little ahead of the 5-year average. And from a point of view of street cred, 92% of the analysts have a buy rating, 3% have hold, and there's a 5% sell. And the consensus price target is coming to around 1627, which gives an upside of 14% from the current levels.
15% upside. Thank you so much for joining us and giving us that perspective. Himin, let me come to you and take your view with regard to our Reliance Industries. The move today, of course, 3.5% lower, and the numbers, of course, driving that move. But what are you seeing on charts?
Frankly speaking, it was a perpendicular rise, Harsh. If you see from the lows of 1114 in April to a high of 1551 in July. One, it's huge. It's a market maker. And this rise had to be corrected somehow. If you'd have had a more gradual rise with a time price retracement after a move, I think we wouldn't have been where we are today. So we went virtually, okay, we did have a 5-week consolidation, but looking at the quantum of the move and Reliance, I think it wasn't enough. So we walked into a correction of a greater degree. 1540 was resistance. We haven't closed above that in the last 8 months or so. Significant resistance, overbought, negative divergence. I can give multiple technical reasons why we should have corrected, and we have. Having said that, 1400 is strong support. I believe we should be seeing decent cushion over there. Only 1400 breaks, I would be worried. But for parity to be returned or for the status quo to be maintained,